to the channel. I'm so glad you came to check me out for another video. So if you're new here, hello, my name is Vanity and I like to share recipes of my favorite foods because I like to eat. So it's a gloomy day, it's raining outside. I'm not sure if you can hear it right now, but I like it. I'm feeling the vibes right now. Feeling the vibes. Comment down below, hit the like button if you like fall weather. I absolutely love it. So anyways, what am I making today? I'm making a really easy, simple recipe that I picked up when I was living in Spain. For those of you who don't know, I lived in Spain for 4 years. My husband, I'm a military spouse, my husband's in the military, so we move around a lot. And I lived in Spain for 4 years, and one of my favorite things to eat there was garlic shrimp, which is called gambas al ajillo. Al ajillo. I think I said that right. But it's a tapas. It's a garlic shrimp tapas that you usually order for the table and you share with people. Well, I always ordered it and I pretty much ate it on my own or as a meal because it was so good. It's really simple. Like, I think this is the simplest recipe that I have made on my page. So it's easy to follow. Very little ingredients. And I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. So like I said, this recipe calls for very simple ingredients. Like, you really don't need mustard. Don't overdo it. You don't have to season it with all kinds of things in your pantry or anything like that. It's simple as it gets. You're going to need shrimp. I have about a pound of shrimp. I think that's about a pound, I'm not sure. And we are going to, they have the shell on and the tail on, so we're going to peel. And you don't have to devein them. I'm going to devein my shrimp because I don't like the vein inside of the shrimp when I eat it. I just don't like it. But if you want to keep it in, usually the recipe calls for a clay pot, but unfortunately I don't have a clay pot, but I do have a small cast iron skillet, which is good at retaining high heat because that's what you're gonna need. You're gonna need a heavy bottom skillet if you don't have a clay pot to cook this in, because you need the heat to be really hot to make this. Okay, so I'm using my tiny cast iron skillet to make this because I'm only making it for me. But if you have a big one and you're making it for like a gathering, for a group of people, you can use a bigger skillet and that'll work just fine. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and peel the shrimp, and I'm going to show you how I peel my shrimp. It's really simple. It's a little time consuming, but you'll see what I mean. Let's go. Okay, so grab yourself a paper towel. You're going to need that. I'm going to show you why. And you're going to need a knife, a small one, nothing too big. And what we're going to do is we're going to grab our shrimp and you're going to peel off the skin. Now, if you have the shrimp that I got, I usually buy in my local grocery store, because I like my shrimp fresh. If you're using frozen shrimp already peeled and deveined, that's fine. Just make sure it's not super wet because it's not going to cook properly if it's wet. But you can use that if you like, but I like to buy my shrimp fresh, so I buy it in the local grocery store, and usually they put out the fresh shrimp. So that's where I get mine from. If you have it with the head on, just make sure you take the head off. But you peel off all those little feet there, but usually I'll break it here right at the tail, and then I'll peel off. This is for people who just don't necessarily know what I mean when I say peel and devein the shrimp. So you peel off the shell and the feet and put it in the trash. Now, the shell, you can save the shell. It's really good for like a seafood stock. And so saving the shell is a good idea when you want to make like a chowder or some kind of seafood dish. Trust me, it's going to really enhance the flavor of whatever you're cooking when it involves seafood or shellfish. So you can save those. I'm not saving it today because I don't have anything that I'm cooking that involves, you know, a seafood stock. But if you can, save them and use it for later for a stock. So now I'm going to cut down the center back of the shrimp gently. You don't have to go too deep. And then you should see the vein inside of there. And you just pull that vein out like so. Don't get squeamish on me, just pull it out. You'll be okay. It won't hurt you. Pull it out. And that's actually the intestinal tract of the shrimp. You just pull that out, set that on the paper towel, and then you move on to the rest of your shrimp. Okay, so I have my shrimp. They're peeled and deveined, tail on. Okay? Like I said, you can buy it frozen like this. That's just fine. I just like mine fresh. It's a little more work, but it's okay. I don't mind doing it. So my shrimp is ready to go. So, alright. So, next up, we're going to slice some garlic. I have 4 cloves of garlic. These are like larger cloves. We're gonna slice them. So you can slice them with a knife. That's fine. Or you can use a mandolin, which is this thing right here, which I would suggest use with caution if you've never used one before. This will definitely slice your finger off, so you have to be careful. So, because I know that I can slice my finger off using this, I have come across something more efficient for me, works better for me, without having to get my finger so close to that blade. And it's a garlic slicer, like this. Kind of the same concept, but it's made for garlic. So I got this at a Daiso near my home. But if you don't have a Daiso, or if you don't know where you can find this, I will do my best to link this in the description box to where you can get one, because it definitely comes in handy when you want to slice garlic. And so, how do you... Okay, so it has this little press here that goes in here. And it has a double-sided blade. Be careful, don't touch that blade. It has a double-sided blade, right? So you just kind of go like that to your garlic, so you can get the skin off of your garlic. Okay, so skin off. You put it inside here. And I like to put it that way, if I can get it in. Then you take your press here, push it down. Let me take these out of here. And you press it down like so, and then you just slide. Like that. And it makes like the perfect garlic chip. Back and forth. So all of our garlic is done. We use the, I don't know why I'm showing you this. We use the mandolin. And it's all done now. It should be thinly sliced like that. Not too thin that you can see completely through it, but thin enough. Alright, so garlic, put that aside. Let's go to the next thing. So we're gonna go ahead and chop up parsley. You don't need a whole bunch. Grab a knife. Cutting board. This is going to go at the end. We're not cooking it, but you know, on the top after everything is done and cooked. It's gonna give that nice herb flavor at the end. Okay, so parsley chops. We're gonna set that aside, and we're gonna save that for later. We're gonna save that for later. Also, you're going to need some dried red chilies. These are dried red chilies. I have 4. They're not too spicy, but I like mine with the kick. If you know me, if you really know me, I like spicy food, and this is spicy garlic shrimp. So you're gonna need your red chili peppers. Use as much or as we're going to need some red chili flakes. You can skip this if you want. If you don't like spicy food, skip it. But this is spicy garlic shrimp, so this is what I'm using in it, okay? Alright. Also, grab some salt. I'm using coarse salt. And I'm gonna grind up some black pepper as well. And you're going to need extra virgin olive oil. That's it. That is it. You don't need to add like seasoning salt, garlic powder, onion powder, all that other stuff. You don't need that. Just salt, black pepper, thinly sliced garlic, red chili peppers, dried, crushed red chili peppers, extra virgin olive oil, some chopped parsley, fresh parsley. You can use dried if you want, but I'm using fresh. And a pound of peeled and deveined shrimp. Okay. All right. So I have here my cast iron skillet. It's you need a like I said before, you need a heavy bottom skillet that's going to retain heat well, because we want this to get really hot. Now, a clay pot is preferred for this dish, but unfortunately I don't have a clay pot, so cast iron is going to have to do. Okay, I hope I'm not too close to the mic, but a cast iron is what's going to have to do for this one. So we're going to turn this up to high heat, medium high to high. Okay, so turn that up to medium high to high, and then we're gonna go ahead and add in our garlic. Go ahead, I'm gonna put those in, kind of spread them out a bit. This is gonna go kind of fast, because the last thing we want to happen is for this garlic to burn, because then it's bitter, and that's not what we're going for. Now we're going to add our olive oil, and we're adding it in cold because we want it to get up to temp. So a good chunk of olive oil, like that. Next, we're going to go ahead and start adding add your shrimp. And your shrimp, as you know, will cook fast. Shrimp usually cook pretty fast. So this shouldn't take long. But don't take your time putting that shrimp into the pot, because they're cooking fast. As you're putting them in there, they are cooking very fast. So get them in there. Maybe I shouldn't get too close. Get them in there. Shrimp should take about 3 minutes each side. Well, 3 minutes on the first side, and about a minute or so on the second side. But it's getting hot, guys. It's very, very hot. All right, shrimp is in. Now we add salt. I'm gonna go ahead and add some salt. I think the salt takes very well when the oil is hot. I think it's better that way, honestly. And to add some black pepper. Chilies. Now, at this point, I'm going to get ready to turn this heat off, because our shrimp are just about done. So, we're going to add our peppers. As much or as little as you like. Alright, go ahead and turn off. I'm gonna turn it off, and now we're just gonna let this hot pot cook the shrimp the rest of the way. And you should see that the garlic in the bottom should not be burned. It should be brown, but not burned. We want that nice crispy garlic, you know, nice crispy garlic. So it shouldn't be burnt garlic, but nice and crispy. And this stuff pops, so be careful. And it's very, very hot. Okay? But it smells so good, you guys. It smells so good. It's gonna be really, really yummy. And it's done. It's done. I'm going to top it off with parsley. Alright, you guys, so it's time to eat. My shrimp here is ready. They're plump and fresh. The best way to enjoy this is hot as soon as it's done. That's the best way to have it. Now, I couldn't quite get it like how they have it in like a tapas restaurant in Spain or anywhere like that, because when it comes to your table, it's piping hot. Like, it's still bubbling in the oil, and it stays hot for so long. It's kind of like scampi, but it's not scampi. If you want to have this with like rice or pasta or something like that, you can, I guess. I've never had it that way, but that's more like a shrimp scampi type of deal, and this is not that. Shrimp scampi is completely different. And let me know, give this a thumbs up if that's something you want me to make on this channel. If you want me to make a shrimp scampi, I can definitely show you how to do that. So comment down below, you guys. Give this video up. If you haven't subscribed yet and you like what I'm doing here, go ahead, hit the subscribe button and click the notification bell so that you can be notified anytime I upload. So until next time, I'm about to eat, you guys. This is so good. Oh my god, it's so good.